I had a fellow from Zambia, and he said there's a woman in the ditch having a baby. There's nothing like seeing people baptized, won to Christ. I was a team leader in Malawi, and that was a real experience. We held meetings in different areas, and we were able to baptize 1,200 plus people. I want to encourage everybody that they can do missions. I was a hospital administrator at Gifford Memorial Hospital in Newsvid, India. And then I went to Trinidad and became the administrator of our Adventist hospital in Port of Spain. The last place I went to was Malamula Hospital. That's where I had the real experience. That hospital was bankrupt, and the only thing that saved it from bankruptcy was that there was no bankruptcy law, so they could not go bankrupt, and they kept on losing money. What happened was that the vendors would not sell them any medicines or any medical supplies, and they owed lots of money to the government pension fund. Well, I found it didn't take a rocket science to figure out what was wrong. And I was able to talk to the vendors, and because I was an American, they decided to take a chance, and they sold us our medicines and our medical supplies. Adventist Health International came to help the hospital. That is started by Dr. Richard Hart. His philosophy is that we needed to save our mission hospitals. If we lost our mission hospitals, Loma Linda would lose its mission. And what happened was we were able to have a residency program for African doctors in surgery. Loma Linda now has a campus in Malawi, Africa. I lived up the hill from the hospital, and I had a fellow from Zambia who was a physical therapist. He came home one night and he said there's a woman in the ditch having a baby. So I went to check, and sure enough, there she was, and her mother was with her, and she had a pan of water that they carried on their head. And sometimes what happens, they may walk all day to get to the hospital. So I went and got the doctor. Her husband went and got the ambulance. But in the meantime, there was a dog that smelled blood. So the dog was growling and snarling, going after the baby, and so I growled back, and the dog ran away. The ambulance came and took the baby to the hospital, and everything was just fine. That's one of the most interesting things that happened. And I feel my whole experience is being what Christ did in the healing ministry, the soul-saving ministry. It's exciting, and it's something that anybody can do. The importance of mission service is the finishing of God's work here on earth so that Jesus can come again and take us home. And I know that many of you can do that too. And I encourage you to search out what can be done to help finish the work of God. My name is Don Schatzschneider, and this is my story.
I'm Pastor Tara Van Cross, and we're so glad that you've tuned into our Azure Hills Church YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, and click on the bell so that you'll be notified every time we share new videos. We are so glad that you're here. Until next time, please know that we're praying for you as you continue to be a voice of hope.